Friends, hello and welcome back. So we have a little interesting challenge to try here today where we went out and made an entire team of Toronto Maple Leafs have low franchise potential, and we also went out and made an entire team of Toronto Maple Leafs with the players having high elite potential. And we're gonna go up and sim up each season. We're gonna see what the differences are. Just quick glance at the team right now. You got Marner 90, you got Matthews 90, you got John Tavares 89, Riley 87, Muzzin 85, yeah, Nylander 83, Brody 83, Hyman 83, Thornton's still an 82. Good for Thornton. I imagine that's going to change real quick for him being a 41. Once you jump into franchise mode, some of these overalls or potentials, they'll change. Some won't change till the end of the year. We'll see. Travis Dermott looking good, 82. Mikheyev 82. Kerfoot 81. Hole 80. Wayne or 81. Wayne Simmons 80. Spets. I can't even speak today. Hole 81. Wayne Simmons 81. Jason Spets at the 80. And then Sandine, VC, Matt Mulligan over there as well. Then in net, we do indeed have Freddie Anderson, Dell, and Campbell over there as well with their franchise low potential. So we're going to go ahead and jump into a franchise mode here. Sim up these games. See how well they sim up. Right now, a low franchise season here. Get tickets to... for some reason, we accidentally left owner mode on here. I think that's the first time we've done that all year. Where we left owner mode on. It's like, what the heck we got going on here at the top of the screen? It's like, oh, it's owner mode. Got you there. But this Toronto Maple Leafs team is killing it. Shouldn't affect the team at all. Owner mode on or off. That's more of, outside of the team stuff. Whatever. Well, it's part of the team, but outside of the performance on the ice stuff. Anyway, Toronto is laying an absolute pounding on the rest of the league. This team's trying to go for 60 wins. They're going to come up a couple games short of that there, unfortunately, but still an outstanding season. We'll go ahead and... yeah, that's great. Owner goal is complete. We're going to get the postseason out of the way too. Just see how this team sims up. We want to kind of look at the stats though for the most part. See the stats, see the overall, see the progression, see how they grew, the difference between a team or a team with all players of franchise low compared to having players with or elite high there. And we'll see how they do. The Toronto just get, no, they didn't. As I say, they just get bounced now. They won game 7 there against the New York Islanders. That would have been a season. They might get bounced by Buffalo though. Just kidding. Carolina, what you guys got? What a postseason. New York, Buffalo, and Carolina putting on a show over here, and they're gonna come up just a little bit short. Chicago, speaking of surprises, how in the heck did Chicago just make playoffs? Not playoffs. How did they get to the Stanley Cup Finals? And how are they about to win the Stanley Cup? Oh man, okay then. You say so, EA. You make the rules here. We just abide by them, I guess. Austin Matthews, great postseason. Mitch Marner, great regular season. 89, 86, 85 out of Tavares, 83 out of Nylander, 68 out of Hyman, 60 out of Morgan Riley. How did these guys do as far as their potential? Did they change? It looks like, who's elite? Tavares switched back down to elite, being the 30 years young that he is. Nylander stayed franchise. Hyman dropped all the way down to top 6 forward again already. That didn't take much at the 28 years old there. Riley dropped down surprisingly to elite. Even as an 87 overall, you'd think maybe he would have held that. But it was low franchise again. Mikheyev down there. Thornton down there. Kerfoot down there. Brody 83 overall. Simmons didn't change at all this season. That franchise low didn't help him much. Anderson, did he downgrade? I want to say Joey Anderson is a little bit not, maybe not, because he's got the franchise potential. Maybe upped a couple points there in the overall. Spets back down to the top 9. VC still 79. Not seeing a lot of changes. A lot of these guys overalls really stayed about the same throughout the season. That was kind of one of the interesting concepts we wanted to see here, is would we see the overalls jump more because of franchise versus high elite? Maybe once we jump to the elite side, we see them go up more because it's got the high, potential of reaching a potential. We'll see. Anderson 907. Dell 923. It looks like Anderson did go back down to the elite potential, but he did also go up 1 overall point. So we're going to jump over to our team of all high elite players. Now we're going to sim up season there and see if we have much of a performance difference for these Toronto Maple Leafs. Maybe real quickly before we jump there, we should take a look at the standings. 57, 20, and 5 this team was. Had an outstanding season. 119 points, 3.61 goals for per game, and a 2.66 goals against. We'll see if they can match that in the following franchise. I'll tell you what, one thing that's been common about both of these teams, they have both started out on absolute fire. We're talking 8-0, 9-0, 10-0 type starts to the season. Do they balance or fall down a little bit later in the season? Sure, a little bit, but I guess that's got to do with the potentials maybe. You start that hot and these guys' potentials drop, but what's interesting about that is their potentials drop, but their overalls didn't go up. A lot of these guys' overalls, they stayed the same from beginning of the year to the end of the year. So even though they started the season with great potential, maybe that helps the performance. At the end of the day, though, it didn't change their overalls I don't know, you think there's not much chemistry difference either. The chemistry is all about the same there as well. But we're going to head into March this time around with a high elite team instead of low franchise. And it looks like they're going to be a little bit more sluggish, are these Leafs. As expected, though, you should see that with a team without all the franchise potential players, because you're still seeing, you know, the Marners, the Matthews, who had low franchise. Now they have high elite potential instead there, and they're not going to put up maybe as many points. We'll see. It's still a really good potential to have in this game. We'll see how much of a difference it makes for an entire team here very short. This team might not even make playoffs. What are you doing, Toronto? Oh, we're in second place. Who am I? Can I just see how many wins we had? I thought that seemed like a low number there. Gonna squeak in there, though, it looks like. Florida in the first round. Toronto, how you guys gonna do against those Florida Panthers? Want to tell us about it? 1-1 to start the series. All right, that's cool. That's good. Series split again. Here we go. Game number 6 is all she's gonna need over there for these Toronto Maple Leafs. Gonna head over to the Tampa Bay Lightning. That's gonna be a tough place to play there. They're gonna get out of this one. They are. Toronto once again looking like they are poised to make the Stanley Cup Finals. Maybe. Yes, sir. This time Anaheim. What is going on with these teams making the finals? How did Anaheim get there? Okay, good for Anaheim, I guess. But Toronto's gonna win the Stanley Cup with the high elite team, not the low franchise. But they made the cup in both franchise sims. So that's good to see there. This time around, playoff performance is not as high. Tavares, 20 points. Matthews dropped, what was it, 34? His point total on his season was better, though, wasn't it? 91? Nobody else was anywhere close to the same, though. 91, 80, 79, 70. So we're seeing a pretty big drag and drop on the point totals because of the potentials change there. Again, maybe what happens is you get to the beginning of the year, all these guys start out with that potential, and you go a couple weeks in, a month in, 2 months, and then it drops. They really light it up to start the season, and it kind of puts a boost to their points there. Matthews still a 92. Tavares back up to a 90. We're seeing Marner 91. We're seeing Nylander 88. Hyman once again 86. Riley 88. Mikheyev 86. We're seeing a lot of the same guys. See the potentials drop back down to where they were previously, as kind of expected. You assume when the potential goes down, you're not going to see the overall boost a little bit there. Simmons 80. Was he not an 81 last time? I thought actually maybe. Dermott's up to the 84. That's a pretty good season. He's staying at elite. Joey Anderson up to the 80. It was a 79 last time. I do remember that. Justin Holl 81. Looking at the goaltenders though real quickly. 907 out of Freddie. He's consistent with that. We've noticed that in Sims, especially with Freddie Anderson. He always sits around that 907, 908 save percentage year in and year out. Stayed at the 87. Didn't see the overall bump up at all this time around. Did stay at the elite potential because again he is elite at the age of 31 there. Toronto again not as dominant of a season. We're seeing 3.3 goals for per game. The goals against was a little bit higher there as well for these Toronto Maple Leafs. 102 points though, still a solid season. And it was a team that did take home the Stanley Cup. But there you have it. If you guys want to see us do any further, would you call this challenge video, or would you call it more of a like a debunking video, if you will? You guys have any other ideas like this one, always willing to listen to them. As always though, if you guys would consider subscribing and liking, I'd appreciate it. You never have to. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.